What's good, champs? It's your boy Jerry. Welcome back to Champion Talk. Welcome back to the channel. And today we got another Champ Time segment. And this video will be about the Los Angeles Lakers, man. This video will just be some trades the Lakers need to make before the deadline. So, hey, stick around and see who will be a Laker by March 25th. So, give this video a thumbs up and enjoy the video.
J Squad.
Alright guys, y'all know what time it is, man. We coming up on the trade deadline, March 25th, time of the year where every team try to make their team better. And the Lakers, man, I think they should be on the block right now. I think two areas they need to improve on, and these things are very drastic. I think they need to improve on their size in the front court, mainly at that center position. And I think they need to improve their three-point shooting, man. Their three-point shooting, they ranked 25th in three-point shooting this year. So, man, I'm gonna lay out a couple of trade scenarios for you guys, a couple of key players that I think would be a great fit for the Lakers. And this first guy is PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker is on the Houston Rockets. The Houston Rockets seem as if they're, going into the rebuilding stage because they haven't really been playing their best players, letting go of players, let go of Harden, Boogie, Christian Woods hasn't been playing, and they just lose majority of their games. So we gonna see what they do with PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker, like I said, the Lakers need size and three-point shooting, and I think PJ Tucker give you both of those things. Not only is he, he's not the best of three-point shooters, but from the spot that he's standing at most of the time, which is the corner, he's probably, stats-wise, he's the best, corner shooter in the league. I think the last 3 years leading the league in corner threes and the field goal percentage from there. So he gives you the that three-point aspect, and then he also gives you, I say he gives you size because even though he's 6'5", 6'6", he plays like he's 7 feet. He can guard, I'll say he can guard 1 through 4.5. I wouldn't say he could, you put a, Nikola Jokic or Joel Embiid or Anthony Davis in front of him. I'm not going to say he can, stop them guys, but he can definitely make them boys work for every bucket. He's just a scrappy defender and he a rough rider. And the Lakers, they could use one of those. They could use a PJ Tucker. So, PJ Tucker, like I said, adds versatility on offense and defense to the Lakers, and he adds some three-point shooting. So he'd be a great fit for the Lakers. Now, moving on to these next couple of players. So, I'm gonna group these players. So, obviously, I think the Lakers need some wing shooting. Wing shooting. Like I said, they're 25th in the league, and this first guy is having a career year shooting the ball in Detroit. I think he's shooting about 42% from the three. Wayne Ellington, he's not, he's more on the older end of NBAs as far as the age spectrum. And Detroit, we just saw them get rid of everybody. Drummond last year, Blake this year, D Rose this year, so they're pinning all their chips and going full rebuild mode too. So, and Wayne Ellington is not a young player, so I think he could be on that trade block. And I think the Lakers could use him. You see Wesley Matthews this year. To me, Wesley Matthews looks so timid out there, like he's like he nervous playing with LeBron. Look like he's scared to shoot the ball or something. He having a terrible year from the three-point line. He's shooting like 33%. So if the Lakers can find a way to trade for Wayne Ellington, get him out there because he's a shooter, put him with LeBron. He's not going to be scared to shoot. He's going to keep shooting. I think that'd be help the Lakers out tremendously, especially when guys like KCP and Kyle Kuzma, when those guys are out there struggling, because KCP, him too, man, he been having a down year as far as shooting the ball. So has Kuzma. Kuzma averaging a career low this year. He's averaging 11 points. So, the Lakers role players still need to work on their consistency. And another wing shooter I think the Lakers could go out there and get. And this one will be tricky. Trevor Ariza. Trevor Ariza is a member of the Oklahoma City Thunder, but, he got the Thunder acquired him from the Pistons, and ever since then he hasn't showed up to that organization whatsoever. I was doing some research to say he's going through personal issues, going over a custody battle with his son. So, but still, if Trevor Ariza comes back and is interested in playing basketball, I think he'll be a great, huge fit to the Lakers. He's like PJ Tucker, rough rider. Ain't scared to guard nobody, can shoot the three, very long arms, and plus he has championship experience. He's won a ring with Kobe Bryant. He's already been a Laker before. So, Trevor Ariza adds shooting, defending, and just overall IQ and experience to the Lakers, especially with those, with those young guys out there that they got out there. And I think he'll be great on the Lakers. Another perimeter defender out there for those guys. And next, man, we move to that front court. When Marc Gasol was signed in the offseason, I was very excited because I'm like, we getting a big, that can pass, shoot, play some defense, put that guy out there with LeBron, it's backdoor city. We throwing cuts everywhere. And though it has been like that, Marc Gasol makes great passes. He makes some hell of a passes, backdoors, cuts, all that. So, but, that's really it. He hasn't been shooting the ball. He hasn't been playing no defense. He's just too slow now. He can't move his feet. So I think the Lakers need to go out there and get some players, that can play the five. That's athletic. That's a little bit quicker than Marc Gasol. So first off, the best big out there on the market, is Andre Drummond. This probably won't happen via trade. It'll probably happen through the buyout. And if Andre Drummond is bought out, the Nets and the Lakers are his top two options, and the Lakers can convince him to come join LA. That'll be wonderful. He averaging like 17 and 13 this year, 17, 14. That's what he always averaged. He's a super double-double. Now, you look at the Lakers last year with JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard. At this point in Dwight Howard's career, Andre Drummond is way better than him, way more valuable. So if you stick Drummond in with this team, with the Lakers, I think their offense and defense will be unstoppable. They're already number one in the league in defensive rating with Marc Gasol. They basically out there, lollygagging around. So you put a guy like that out there, like Drummond, that's fast, athletic, that can, still block shots. That defense is only gonna get better. So, and then you get a double-double every night. Andre Drummond not the best around the rim, but he is. I would say he's an average finisher. Not the best, but he's a great offensive rebounder, get his putbacks. He's a great dunker, great lob threat, which goes well with LeBron and AD. They love lob threats. We saw so many lobs between them and AD, not AD, but between them and Dwight and JaVale. So I think that's a big they can target, the big they should want to target. And then we got two more bigs, or maybe three more. We got JaVale McGee. He's an ex-Laker. He's out in Cleveland too. And, I think Cleveland is moving more towards that young, fresh roster vibes rather than, having veterans on their team. So I think JaVale McGee, he already has experience with this team, won the championship with this team last year. And like I said, same with Drummond. JaVale McGee can, set good screens, roll, finish hard at the rim. Pause. But, finish hard at the rim, man. He can block shots, catch lobs. And, he's JaVale McGee, man. We know what to expect out of him. So, JaVale McGee could be a point of interest for them. Hassan Whiteside in Sacramento, this guy is probably one of the biggest. I wouldn't say he's a total disappointment, but if you watch Hassan, prime Hassan Whiteside on the Heat, the guy would get like 10 blocks, 10 blocks one night, and like 15 boards, 17 points, and the next game had about 9 points, 8 rebounds, and no blocks. So he was very inconsistent, never could find that motivation to be like, yeah, I'm going to do this every night. But what? No, you know what? There's no better place than to go and rejuvenate your career in LA, just like Dwight Howard did last year. Dwight Howard was having a lot of up and down moments in the NBA before he rejoined the Lakers. He was literally getting bounced around the NBA. And that's kind of what you see happening to Hassan Whiteside right now. He done been on the Trailblazers. Now he's on the Kings in the span of he done went from the Heat, the Trailblazers, Kings in the span of 3 years. So he need to get his career rejuvenated. And I think putting him on a team full of winners and motivators, a team that's trying to win the championship, he can revive himself. Like I said, Hassan, he had the same thing. He had the same thing them other guys had. Probably the best shot blocker out of all of them. And he lob threat. He's athletic. And, the Lakers could use him, man. And this last center, man, Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson is awesome. He's also played with LeBron James, won the championship with him. Probably the greatest championship in NBA history. So what he has, he's not the tallest. He's about 6'10". I'd say 6'10", 6'11". So now, Tristan Thompson is a workhorse on the offensive glass, too. Out of all the centers I named, Andre Drummond is probably the only one that rebounds better than him. And Tristan Thompson, he's not the best shot blocker, but he does try hard on defense. He plays defense willingly. And like I said, lob threat. He's a lob threat. Not the best finisher, but he get his own board, get the putback. And, those the kind of centers we see succeed the most with LeBron, man. Kind of that, the more athletic bigs, man. Chris Bosh was athletic. Kevin Love really wasn't athletic, but who did he have? He had Tristan Thompson alongside him. Now he got AD. AD is very athletic, and then last year with Dwight and JaVale McGee, we saw so many lives drawn to those guys. So, those the players that I think they should have the most, man. I mean, should put all their interest into, man. But that's it for this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And subscribe for more great content, man. Subscribe for everything. You won't miss nothing. Just subscribe to my channel. And if you're watching this, have a good day. Good night, good week. Whenever you watch this. And I'm out, man.